Hello there and welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Renee Spears. I'm a spirit guide channeler and a spiritual mentor, specializing in raising energy and abundance levels. So let's be real. We all need a little money reset every now and then. We like to think that abundance just stays on autopilot once we hit a certain level, but no, it doesn't work like that. Outside events can cause us to slip into scarcity thinking. It could be unexpected expenses, loss of income, the economy, our feelings about the economy, astrology. It could be any number of different things. Whatever it is, suddenly we can find ourselves in scarcity mode. And you know how when you feel like you're getting sick, you've kind of got a go-to plan. Maybe you take some extra vitamin C, some probiotics, drink more water, go to bed early, maybe cross things off your to-do list. Well, we also need a plan when we notice that we're starting to slip into scarcity. And most of us don't really think about it like that. We just sort of notice like, oh shit, I'm stressed about money again. And then we start to spiral. So today I am sharing exactly what I do when I slip into scarcity and I want to shift back into abundance. These are my personal steps in the order that I like to do them. But of course, you can play around and do them in whatever order or whatever works best for you. Now, at the heart of this, the issue isn't money itself. It's our mindset. So we are the ones who are allowing or blocking money from reaching us. We have our hands on the abundance faucet and are controlling it with our beliefs and our energy. So what we want to do is turn that faucet full on and allow the money to flow again. When we're in scarcity, our job is to shift our mindset and our energy and get back into the flow. So everything I'm about to share is designed to do exactly that. I've also included a guided meditation, a Money Blitz exercise, and a workbook that complements everything that we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so let's get started. Step number 1 is to set a strong intention. The very first thing I do when I notice scarcity creeping in is to immediately change my thoughts. I don't want to let them spiral. I stop myself and start repeating my money affirmation or my intention over and over again. But here's the key. Your intention has to be strong. It can't be wishy-washy like, I hope I make some money this month, or hopefully this works, maybe this will work. None of that. You've got to declare it. So my go-to is, I am making money this month. Now you can use mine, I am making money this month, or come up with one of your own. Some good ones are, I am open and ready to receive more money today. Money is arriving in expected and unexpected ways. Money is flowing to me now. So whatever you choose, the whole point is to spend the whole day committing to it. Say it to yourself 100 times. Say it out loud. Write it down. Declare it to the universe. Tell your dog. Tell your plants. The more you own it, the more it shifts your energy. You can also use it as your screensaver or as your password. You could set an alarm on your phone for 11:11 and have it pop up. You can put sticky notes on your mirror, in your car, in your wallet, in your jacket pocket. You can put sticky notes everywhere. So here's why this works. Most people spend their days thinking about the money they don't have, or maybe not even thinking about money at all. So if we want to attract money, we have to shift our energy to an abundant vibration. So setting the intention immediately shifts your energy. Saying it repeatedly helps keep us shifted. And reminders throughout the day bring you back to that energy. So the first step of manifesting anything is setting the intention. And setting a strong intention shifts your energy and your vibration. And honestly, without this step, nothing else is really going to work. So this is the foundation. You have to own it, commit to it. And by doing this, you are declaring to yourself and the universe that this is what you're doing and there's no stopping you. So step number 1 is to set a strong intention. By step number 2 is to shift the energy in my home. So a lot of times when we're in scarcity, we're feeling some anxiety about not having enough money. So by shifting the energy in our home, we're doing a couple of things at once. We're moving the anxiety and scarcity energy out of our bodies, and we're cleaning and supercharging the energy of our home. So I will put on some upbeat music to help shift my energy, and then I also will put some peppermint oil in my diffuser, and that cleans the energy of my home. And then I clean my house. So cleaning and mopping and vacuuming gets my energy flowing. And when I move my body, I'm moving any anxiety or scarcity energy out of my body. And while I'm cleaning, I repeat my affirmation to myself. I am making money this month. I also repeat to myself, I'm cleaning the energy in my home to attract money. And I focus on the main Feng Shui areas. So let's talk about Feng Shui for a moment. Feng Shui has been practiced for thousands of years, and it helps us live in harmony with nature's abundant energy. Feng Shui turns our money faucet on, and it keeps our abundance flowing. Now, decluttering is one of the biggest and most important aspects of Feng Shui. Clutter drains you of positive energy, and it makes the energy in your home stagnant and stale and stuck. And we don't want stuck money energy. We want to get our money energy flowing again. And this is the main way to do it. Clean the clutter. We also want to clean our stove and our kitchen. So in Feng Shui, your kitchen represents wealth and abundance, and your stove in particular is a symbol of prosperity. So if you want more abundance, start by cleaning and wiping down your stove. You'll also want to use all your burners because they activate different areas of wealth in your life. And keep your fridge and pantry stocked with fresh food. This tells the universe you are abundant and well-nourished. And avoid letting the dishes pile up. So clean, fresh energy in your kitchen equals financial flow. So the second thing I do is clean my home, repeating my affirmation and declaring that I'm cleaning the energy of my home to remove stagnant energy and attract money. I especially clean my kitchen and my stove, and then I go to the grocery store and I stock up on food. These are simple things. There are other Feng Shui things you can do to activate your wealth corner. Now, your wealth corner is a corner of your home or a corner in a room of your home. And there are a couple of different ways that you can identify where your wealth corner is. In the classical Feng Shui way, the wealth corner is in the southeast part of your home or a room. In the Western Feng Shui way, the wealth corner is the furthest back left corner from the front door when you're standing at your home's entrance, regardless of compass direction. So both methods work, so you can choose the one that resonates with you. And if you're unsure, just do both of them. Then you can amplify both of the abundance corner, the wealth corners. So the wealth corner of your home or your office or a room is the wealth and prosperity area. So my office happens to be in my wealth corner. And this is where abundant energy resonates. So we want to be really intentional about keeping that corner clean and bright. You don't want any dirty laundry or dirty underpants there. No broken items. Other things you can do to amp up your money energy is to add maybe a money plant, jade or bamboo, and maybe some crystals. I use citrine crystals. Other people use jade. I supercharge my entire home with crystals, with citrine crystals around the perimeter of my home. So we've set a strong intention and we've repeated it over and over to ourselves. We've shifted both our energy and the energy in our homes by cleaning. And now, before we go on to the following steps, I just want to give you some quick ways that you can shift your energy. So, as I said before, it's super important to get out of scarcity as quickly as possible. The longer that we hang out there, the harder it is to get out. So one quick way is to stop where you are and look around and appreciate everything that you see. So if you're in the bathroom, say, thank you for the water. Thank you for hot water, toilet paper, toothpaste, my blow dryer. If you're in the living room, thank you for the TV and the 10 streaming networks. Thank you for my view. Thank you for heat or air conditioning. In the kitchen, thank you for food, the refrigerator, or maybe coffee. Like, you get the idea. Stop in your tracks, look around, and appreciate everything you see. and then do this until your thoughts shift. I've found that most of the time, if I catch my thinking soon enough, this is enough to really shift me out of scarcity thinking. Another thing I always do is I go for a walk. Once again, I'm moving any anxiety out of my body like we did when we were cleaning our homes. And being in the abundance of nature always shifts me. Nature is the same vibration as abundance. So just being in it matches and attunes our energy to abundance. You can also go to YouTube and search for music at 528 hertz. This is the frequency of abundance, and just play it in the background of your day. Once again, doing this will attune your energy. And I may also pull out an abundance book and read a few pages or even a chapter. My favorite is The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder, one of my go-tos. You can also do a Money Blitz. I've included a short video on how to do a Money Blitz. You can listen to the one I've done, or you can do your own. So these are all quick, easy ways to shift your energy. And there are more ways in your workbook. What I do next is make some lists. The first list I make is a list of all the ways to make money. I brain dump all the ways I can get money flowing to me. And this is a great way to get money energy flowing and to remind yourself that abundance has infinite channels, different ways of getting to you. So we don't want to judge or filter the ideas. Don't discount ideas just because they may feel too small or too hard or not for me. Just write it all down. Let it flow until you can't think of another option. You're going to be surprised how freeing this is and how many new doors open just by writing them down. So here are some ideas to get you started, and I've also included a list of other ways in your workbook. So one of the ways, side hustles or monetizing your hobbies. So this could look like Uber or Instacart, tutoring, freelance gigs, maybe dog walking, pet sitting, selling your art, your photography, your crafts on Etsy. You could sell clothes, furniture, or tech you don't use on Poshmark or Facebook Marketplace. You can go through your bank and your credit card statements and cancel any subscriptions you don't use. I have a few of those that I need to do that for. Double check your bills and ask for better rates on your insurance. And if you're self-employed, send an email to your past clients. Put on a sale, launch something new, or reach out to a referral partner. There are also links to look for unclaimed money in your workbook, so you can search your state's unclaimed funds. It's free, and you'd be amazed at how many people find money this way. So here's the thing. You don't have to do everything on your list. You don't have to do anything on the list. The point is to prove to your brain that money has endless ways of reaching you. When you start listing, you'll shift into possibility, and that opens up the floodgates. Because often we get stuck in scarcity. We're stuck. We can only imagine money coming in a certain way. And this list starts getting us unstuck and back into the flow of attracting money. And then choose one thing from your list and do it. You can certainly do more than one, but at least do one. So the other list is ongoing, and I'm sure many of you have heard me talk about this before. I'm talking about a money journal. I have been keeping a money journal for over 20 years, and I talk about it so much because it works. It keeps me focused on the money I'm attracting and not my bills. So a money journal is a list of money I have received. And it also opens us up to attracting money in different ways. We often think the only money we have is the money we work for. But money comes in so many different ways. We can win it, we can marry it, we can inherit it, we can find it. It comes from coupons and refunds and gifts and settlements. So keeping a money journal opens your eyes to all the ways it's coming to you so you can appreciate it. So we want to keep track of the money we're attracting. So write down everything that comes your way. So if you find a penny on the street, write it down. If a friend treats you to lunch, write down how much it didn't cost you. If you use coupons, write down how much you've saved. If you get refunds like from the power company or a tax refund, write it down. And each time you write it down, celebrate it, thank it, appreciate it, do a little happy dance, even if it's just for a penny. Because the penny is proof that you're attracting money. The more you appreciate it showing up, the more that it shows up. So I love totaling my money journal at the end of each month. Maybe I made like 10,000 from clients, but I attracted another 5,000. I also love going through life looking for the abundance. Waking up each day like, how is the universe going to bring abundance to me today? And we know that what we focus on increases. So a money journal shifts our focus to the money we're attracting, so we'll attract more, and away from the bills or the money that we owe. So start a money journal and then write down everything that you attract. So list number 1 of all the ways to make money starts getting you in the flow of attracting money. You want to get money energy flowing, and this is one of the best ways to do it. List number 2, the money journal, shifts your focus from scarcity to receiving and opens you up to receiving more. What you focus on grows, so by focusing on the money you've received, you'll receive more. This is pretty simple. Remember to celebrate everything you write on your list, no matter how small. It's just all proof that you're attracting money. Now, the next steps can be done in any order. Remember that we're doing all these things to change our mindset, which then ultimately changes our energy. And the first one that I want to talk about is one of my favorite things, gratitude. Gratitude is the quickest and easiest way to raise our energy. When we're grateful, our vibe is high. We're in the flow of universal energy and we allow money to reach us. So our goal is to build a healthy relationship with money. I'd like us to begin by thinking about money in a new way. So imagine money as your partner, as your best friend, or even your lover, someone who adores you and is devoted to taking care of you. This partner wants you to enjoy life, to feel happy, and to know that you are deeply loved. So picture money as a partner who loves supporting you and treats you to vacations and dinners and gifts and even covering the mortgage and the car payment. If you ignored them, you complained, or you didn't show appreciation, they wouldn't want to keep doing it. They would stop. So the same is true with money. When we treat it with respect and gratitude and love, the relationship flourishes. We don't want our relationship with money to suffer. So if you were always doubting your partner, doubting if they were going to be there when you needed them, or if you were always thinking that they weren't enough, it wouldn't be a very healthy relationship. But we do that all the time with money. We may doubt that we have enough to pay our bills or enough to retire. And with that thinking, we're basically saying to our money that it's not enough. So if you were continually telling your partner that they weren't enough, you would not have a healthy relationship. So how you treat your money is how it treats you. We want to appreciate everything it does for us. The more we appreciate it, the more of it we attract. So our best friend, money, loves us so much that it just wants to take care of us, to help us enjoy life and be happy. And it continually proves that over and over. So we want to appreciate it over and over. But we're not really used to appreciating our money. So how do you do this? So I'd just like to do a very quick exercise to practice this. So just go ahead and close your eyes and just take some deep breaths to relax. And just allow yourself to feel into all of these ways money has been there for you. Okay, so close your eyes. And just start with some deep breaths. And just feel into these statements. Thank you, money, for treating me to dinner last night. Thank you, money, for paying for coffee this morning. Thank you, money, for always making sure I have food. Thank you for buying me plants and flowers. Thank you for books and movies. Thank you, money, for putting gas in my car. Thank you for always making sure I have toilet paper and shampoo and heat. Thank you so much for taking care of my children. Thank you for feeding them, making sure they have clothes, a safe place to live, and the doctors and the health care that they need. Thank you, money, for taking care of my pets. Thank you for paying for vet visits, their food and leashes. Thank you, money, for always providing me with poop bags. Thank you, money, for taking care of me. Thank you for healthy food, vitamins, dentist visits, haircuts, and medicine. Thank you for a warm, safe place to live. Thank you, money, for being there for me my entire life. Now open your eyes and notice if you feel any differently. It's kind of mind-blowing, all of the ways money has been there for us and how much we take it for granted. So this is one way that you can appreciate money. You can appreciate things in the moment, or you can sit down in the morning or in the evening and thank it for all of the ways, things that money has treated you to that day. So my appreciation tonight would sound something like, thank you, money, for treating me to coffee this morning and all of my meals today. Thank you for paying for my car payment. Thank you for money for the airline tickets to visit my mom this spring. Thank you for the money for my fancy hair gel that I like. Thank you for money for taking care of my health with my collagen pills and my Peloton app for my yoga. So if we want a better relationship with money, we have to start treating it better, starting with believing that what we have is enough. So the first step is to focus on where you do have enough. Like, I have enough for rent this month. I have enough food. I have enough laundry detergent. And I practice this when I am in the bathroom, on the toilet. I look around. Yeah, I have enough shampoo, lotion, toothpaste, toilet paper. The more we acknowledge where we have enough, the more that energy expands. So just think of the millions of times that you've thought or said that you don't have enough. So we need to start shifting that energy. And to do that, we may need to continually remind ourselves that we do have enough. Now, after we've practiced and acknowledged where we have enough, we can move from I always have enough to I have more than enough, using the same process. I have more than enough toilet paper, shampoo, lotions, and potions. I have more than enough food, cream for my coffee, or gas. Thank you, money. I love you for always being there for me. I always love having more than enough. The other thing is the money game. So I love playing the money game. I start playing it every time I find myself in scarcity. This is a go-to. The money game is a go-to for me. It is a fantastic way to get money flowing and manifest things, and it's fun. So some of you have played this with me before. If you've been in any of my classes, I always talk about the money game, but we're going to do it a little differently than maybe you've played it before. So we're going to start the first day by pretending we have $1,000 that we must spend. So how would you spend it? So you write down what you would buy. You write down and keep track of how you spent that money. So it would look something like this. $125 for new yoga leggings, $55 for new pajamas, $455 for a new chair. Research what you'd buy. Look up the prices. Imagine this is real. And allow yourself to dream a little bit. So each day you double the amount you spend. So on the second day, you'd spend $2,000. Third day, $4,000, then $8,000, then $16,000. So just keep going until the number gets so big that you just can't spend it all. And then start over if you want. So the rules. You can't pay bills, you can't donate it, and you can't spend it on someone else. Spend all of the money each day and then write down everything that you buy. So when money is tight, we just focus on having enough and we stop dreaming. And because we just can't see how things are possible, we limit our energy. It's just not possible. I'm never going to be able to buy a house or get a massage. Clearly, by doing this, limiting ourselves, we're constricting the flow of energy. So the money game helps us start dreaming again, and it lets the universe know what we want. And the money game, in conjunction with the money journal, is a great reminder that we don't have to buy things. We can attract them. So I have played this game so many times. I just looked back in an old journal that I had and saw the last time that I played the money game. And I got everything that I'd written down. That I spent money on. I had almost all of it from the list. Some of it I did buy. Other things like a plethora of face products were given to me. So the last thing I want to talk about is debt. There is so much shame in our country surrounding debt. Money is wrapped up in our self-worth, and there's this outdated belief that people with money and without debt are somehow better people, which we know just isn't true. So we block money flowing to us by feeling shame about our debt. So the interesting thing about this is very wealthy people do not feel shame because they use debt to their advantage. They leverage other people's money to buy properties or to get others to invest in their projects. They don't use their own money. They're totally okay with debt. So let's start to think of debt in a different way. Let's start loving and appreciating our debt. So think of what you got with that debt. Maybe it paid for your education. Maybe it was there to help you pay bills or eat when you didn't have enough money. Maybe it was for medical expenses when you needed medical care, or maybe it allowed you to help out a family member when they needed it and they didn't have enough money. So thank your debt. Hey, debt, thank you for being there for me when I needed you. Each time you pay a bill, shift into gratitude. Thank it. Thank the power bill for keeping you warm this month. Thank your credit card bill for being there when you had an emergency vet bill or maybe a flat tire. Thank your mortgage for giving you a safe and beautiful place to live and for making you money. Thank you, mortgage, for allowing me to buy this home, write off the interest on my taxes, and earn money when my home appreciates. So learn to love and appreciate your debt, just as you would a person that was always there for you when you needed them. So if you want to get rid of debt quickly, take the shame out of it, love it, and appreciate it. Okay, so that's the plan. So let's review. Step 1, set your intention and repeat it over and over. Step 2, clean your home. Put on some upbeat music, put some peppermint essential oil in your diffuser, and move your body to get the scarcity energy out of your body and your home. Focus on cleaning up clutter and your kitchen. Step 3, make some lists. Make a list of all the ways you can make money and then do something from the list. The second list is an ongoing money journal where you write down all of the money that you're attracting. And then step 4, be grateful for your money. Thank it all the time. Notice where you have more than enough. Like this is an all day long ongoing practice. And step 5, play the money game. Start by pretending to spend $1,000 the first day and then write down all the fun things you're going to buy. I've also included other fun ways to shift your energy in your workbook. So now everything I've talked about isn't about chasing money. It's about becoming a magnet for it by raising your energy and your vibration. And we raise those things by shifting our mindset. And all of these practices are to help you shift your mindset. So if we were spiritual masters, which none of us are, we can immediately shift our thoughts. But we're human, and it takes some effort to get those suckers to change. So every time you practice these steps, you're turning your abundant faucet wide open and the money will flow. Abundance isn't out there, it's here. It's your mindset, it's your energy and your vibration. And the great news is that we are in charge of that and we can reset it anytime. So just a reminder that these are the steps I've used for years to shift out of scarcity. You can use my steps or create your own. The important thing is you have a plan in place. And the second that you notice you're in scarcity, implement the plan. So thank you for joining me for this and have some fun attracting money.